When a drain line is used, surrounding triangles will slope towards the drain line. Depending on the centroid of the triangle and its proximity of the drain line, the triangle slope factor will target the start of the drain line if beyond the drain line extends near the start. Slope perpendicular to the drain line if the triangle centroid falls along the path of the drain line. And if the triangle touches the drain line or is beyond the extent of the end, it will target the end point. If multiple drain lines are assigned on a site, the triangles will determine the which drain line is closest and target the nearest drain line. Low points work in a similar fashion, and that all surrounding triangles will target the nearest low point. Drain lines and low points can be used anywhere in a grading optimization project. But if you used within exclusive drainage area like parking lots, grading rules are only influenced by the triangulations within the zone and ignore drain features outside of the zone. Drain lines are created from lines, polylines, and feature lines, and the direction the CAD geometry is created determines the flow direction. For drain lines, the slope from the geometry start point and drain to the end point. To assign drain lines, select the tool from the grading objects and tool palette. When prompted to select the object, pick all of the drain lines in your grading optimization project. You can add all the drain lines in one pass, then later assign proper names to each drain line. In this example, there are three drain lines that are within the parking lot, which is an exclusive drainage zone. These drain lines will only influence the triangulation within the parking lot. The other drain lines are intended to channel runoff around the building and driveway. Using the grading object browser, assign local names to each drain line. Select the drain line to identify it in the drawing, then specify a name for each drain line. This is especially helpful in larger projects where you have many drain lines to manage. Low points are created from civil 3D points. Place a civil 3D point in your grading optimization project where you want to define a low point. The point elevation is not important, only the XY location. To assign the civil 3D point as a low point, select the tool from the grading object tool palette. Assign a logical name to the low point, then if desired, assign a color. When you're all set with the drainage feature, you can optimize the grading. In grading optimization, open the visualization toolbar and turn on the flow lines. The flow lines show the slope vector for each triangle and the influence that the drain line and low point have on the surrounding triangles. The flow lines will only be visible if you add drain lines or low points to your grading optimization project. Make active only the grading object that you want to optimize. Then, when you all set, click Optimize. Notice as the grading optimization starts, a number of new triangles are formed. Each triangle has its own slope vector and slope towards the closest drain feature. Thus, you can see how drain line and low point in the parking lot zone impact the internal triangle slope and how the surround drain lines influence the triangles outside of the parking lot. Continue to optimize your grading until you are satisfied or until the optimization is finished. To change the drainage pattern, you can return to the drawing file and further manipulate the drain lines and low points.